If you look closely at it here, I did mention to the owner that I think it's about that time that we get this old girl running. Home fabricated back in the late 70s. I think my old man did a pretty good job. It's pretty cool. A little broken. Could use a bit of work. I've got some de-leaving to do. Gotta do a better job of wrapping this thing up. She is full of the leaves. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Wakey, wakey. Yes. Master. Okay, so, I gotta think about what I need here. I need some air, I need some tools. Well, that last video ended a little bit abruptly. I wonder if you could tell me why. Why would that video end so abrupt? What is that? Is that extension cord? Oh, the way to my camera. Yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that. I like leave it on and battery dies. Okay, so I need a few things. I need battery. I need air. Need my little baby bottle. Got my 80 pounds of lead. And up she goes. I really should put new tires on this machine. These tires are like right out of the 60s. Check them bad boys out. They are cracked. They are rock hard bias plies. Oh, one day these things are just gonna explode while ripping down the road. But I'm dangerous. Hopefully I don't have anybody with me when that does happen. Or maybe it'll blow up in my face when I'm putting air in it. Okay, 15 pounds is all I'm comfortable with. Okay, time to get all these leaves out of here. I think I'm gonna glove up for this part. Hopefully there ain't nobody living in there. There could be somebody living in there right now. I don't really particularly want to find out. Zoom you up a bit. Bring it back. Okay. think I need a broom. One broom, one dustpan. One dustpan, one broom. That's what happens when you work night shift. Hello, people. Don't have much air left. So see how well I can blow this out here. Okay. So I kind of have to decide, blowgun or camera. I only got one extension cord. So I'm going to plug my compressor in. Come back when it's all blown out and clean. Much better. Not so leavy. Now I got to go through and check a few things before we fire it up. First and foremost, we got to check what's going on back here. My first video on this machine, there's a mouse living in there. When I dropped the oil, right, the mouse was in the pan. So I already found a mouse turd sitting up on top of it. Well, interesting. Yeah, not too bad. Not full of water like it was last year. Still pretty funky. Doesn't smell like mouse. Okay, well, let's get some juice. We can put the battery in her. We can crank it over, see if we get some life out of it. This is my least favorite part. Freaking battery's like 50 pounds. 50 pounds of solid lead. Alright, let's see if we got some sparkage going on here. Ah, okay. Turn that off, Okay. Good. A little bit of sparkage, but that was just the lights coming on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here at the sun. Working? Yeah. I don't want to talk about that one. As you can see, it's missing the glass. Okay, see if we get some crankage out of it. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. However, I would doubt very much so that we have spark. Very, very much so that we have spark. Pop that distributor cap off and have a look inside. The key is off. I have been zapped with the key on. Lights ain't fuzzy. Should do just fine. There we go. Let's see here, that carburetor. I gotta get some liquid encouragement here for an engine. I got my baby bottle, a little bit of go-go juice in it. So all I want to see is the accelerator pump is working or not. So I'm gonna stick a little tube down the vent, the horn. We're gonna fill the bowl of the carburetor up. Oh, what is going on there? Ooh, that just swallowed a lot of gas. Well, that carburetor's gonna have to come off of there. That's okay. We'll just see if she'll fire. Holy, okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. It's alright. I can deal with this. Yeah! Not bad. That fired up pretty good. See how long it'll run. See how rotten that gas is in the tank. Okay. Always dependable, these old Volkswagens. Ah, it's still running. Uh-oh. My throttle cable seized. Yeah, I think my throttle cable's seized, but got oil pressure. Ooh, bring it over here. Oh, you can't even see it. Can you see it? Let's see if we can zoom in there. Oh yeah, you can see it. Oil pressure on the right. Not bad for a 45-some-year-old engine, eh? Ooh. Well, she ain't firing on 04, but I think I could go find a set of plugs there again like I did previous. Zoom you back out. See if we can get a set of plugs in there. I pulled a couple spark plugs out. Man, I really need to get a jet kit for this thing. That one never would have fired. Not in 100 years. It's really carboned up. I think that's a combination of wrong jetting and severe intake leaks, because I'm pretty sure everything leaks. So this engine is a 72, so that makes it what? 50 years old? 49 years old? Not bad. I had never rebuilt this engine. And I think part of the reason these Volkswagens last so long is the crank main bearings. There's 3 main bearings that are perfectly round, and there's only one bearing in the center of the cases that's a half, like a shell bearing, like 2 shells. The other 3 crank bearings are perfectly round. And I think that's why these engines last as long as they do. Yeah, they knew what they were doing when they built these, but I can get the other 2 out, see what I can do about cleaning that up, get them all back in there. Hopefully go for a ride today. Okay, well I got those all cleaned up. You're looking not so crusty. I mean, I'm cheap, so I'm not buying new plugs. Ah! Crap. Everything here. Here it comes. Now. Comes up now. Oh, head's probably in the way. Sorry. I can't see what I'm doing here. Come on, baby. Head there. Come on. See, there we go. That's 2 done. There's a couple very important specs that got to be checked out when you run these things. I mean, these engines are pretty awesome, they're pretty resilient, but there's 2 things. That is your points gap, which is in here, and setting the valves. If you can do both of those things, and they even recommend setting your valves like every oil change, but if it's a dune buggy, it gets a valve set like every 3 years. But that'll make the difference of it running good or running crappy. And if your valves are set too tight, you'll end up burning a valve. So I can't really position the camera so you can see, but it'll do that right here. That's the points. And if you look right at the tip of my screwdriver right here, there's a bit of white on there. I gotta scrape that off of there. Get a nice clean surface for those points to ride on. In fact, this engine hasn't had a set of points in like ever. So it might be time to invest $3 for a new set of points. But this is what the redneckians do. We put. I should actually unplug this so the wire's out of the way. So unplug the points. Get that out of the way. Stick a piece of sandpaper. Really need to invest in a points file. Couple bikes going down the road. That should be a nice surface for those points to ride on. And then we'll plug the points back in. And then we'll take a look at the rotor. So this little guy spins around inside there. Yeah, I could use new. The problem with this old stuff, I don't ride it enough to want to go and spend all this money on these parts, and then it's a trip to town and stuff like that. I'm too lazy for that. That's good. Yeah, I could use a cap too. A bit of Oh, the rotor was scraping. Okay, that's a first. Put it together. Click her together. Let me see if I can get the camera out of where I stuffed her here. So setting the point gap is pretty simple. You take your feeler gauge, and this one is, oh yeah, I got that zoomed in. You'll never see it. Yeah, it's 16th thou, 0.016. What the heck just landed on my arm? What's that? It's a beetle. Oh, cool. Beetles are back. Okay. Setting the point gap. Put your feeler gauge in there. And you make sure that it's up on the apex. Put your feeler gauge in there, and then you tighten her down. Ooh, that is not going to work. I wonder if you can see my big head. Good. Let me turn the engine over, make sure they close all the way. So there's a little trick you can do. Turn your ignition on. You want to see if you're getting power to your points? You just open the point gap a little bit. I take my screwdriver. I don't touch anything metal. Take my screwdriver and open the gap. You see it sparking? You probably won't be able to see it. I can hear it though. But if I take this body and I short it against the body here, it'll spark when it gets open. There we go. Yeah, you probably can't see that. I think my screwdriver was in the way, but right here at the very tip. See if I can get this so you can see it without getting zapped. You see that spark? It's in the wrong spot, but that's the idea, right? It's sparking against my screwdriver, but it's got to spark against those points. Okay, we'll try this again. So that is clean spark plugs and set the points gap. See how much of a difference that made? Oh baby, that sounds pretty good. I think it's time for a ride. I almost forgot the most crucial part. I like being able to stop. But you know, that's just me. Zoom you out here. We'll see if we got pedals and stuff here too. I haven't even checked this. Oh, yeah, we got a clutch. Oh, we got a brake pedal. It's not frozen. Right on, right on. Not much gas it's got. A little bit of gas, but okay, let's check under my monstrosity here. See if there's any stuff under here. I really should put a plastic bag on this. Oh, that is pretty funky. Oh boy. All sorts of stuff floating in there. Oh. I can zoom you out here. Oh yeah, all sorts of stuff floating in there. So I went to go take this off one year to check the fluid, and I turned it, and this is so brittle, it just ripped. But it still kind of holds fluid, so you know, just wrap it in a plastic bag and away you go. Okay, I'm gonna say that it's looking good. Gonna have to use the other camera though for a ride. Oh well, ready to go. Alright, don't laugh at me. There's my fix. I took that rag off. I put a Ziploc bag on it, a bunch of elastic bands. That'll do, especially where I live. That'll do just fine. Alright, I had to make a trip to the store, buy some of the expensive liquid stuff here. I want to show you a trick. Try not to be in the way here. It's pretty hard working around the camera. So if you're weak like me, or not weak, not strong, and you don't feel like holding up the jerry can to your gas tank, I'll show you this trick. So you take a chunk of hose. You're going to stick your hose in your full jerry can. Get it in there quite a ways. You're going to take the other end of your hose. You're going to put it down the side of here. I'm going to put my mouth around here like this. I'm just going to give her a blow. Just like that. There she goes. Can't get any easier than that. Lazy man's way of doing the gas. Right? If you don't believe me, I'll take this out and you can actually see the gas coming out of here. Okay? See that? You gotta be careful that you can't bring it down, or you can't bring it above the level of the gas in the jerry can. But yeah, crazy old man taught me how to do that once, and easy, and it'll suck that whole jerry can dry just like that. Oh, smell that aroma! Smell that aroma! Aroma tape. Breathe in that aroma of the gas, the good gas, the expensive gas. So once you are satisfied by how much gas you have in your jerry can, I lose a little bit. You just take this and you pull it out nice and slow. And it's done. Just like that. Easy peasy banana squeezy. Okay, let's go for a ride. Oh, my butt. Oh. Woo-wee. Okay, I'm going to play for a bit. Bye-bye.